Laughing Monkey Music Show. Today we have on Primal Fear singer Ralph. Ralph, how are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Excited to talk about. You got a new album, got some new people, got a lot of new
Yes,
things. Something old, something new.
true that. Yes, it's interesting the
Exciting.
way. Yes.
You've had some shakeups in the band, and it feels like the new blood and the new change. It just feels like everything has been a bump up, kind of like the energy.
Yeah, right now life as well. Yes, I mean life. We are really did the first shows together, and it's a real fresh wind in a kick in our old butts.
Mhm.
I'm talking about myself. So anyway, yeah, it was not so easy last year coming back to the lineup change. For me, I was in between, and I've been touring with the other guys, and when you somehow meld together when you're
Mhm.
touring, and this was for me, it was a hard time when all this happened because two people couldn't get along with each other anymore, and I was in between. So, but I decided to continue with Primal Fear because it's my baby as well, and I really love the way how we work, Matt, Magnus, and I, how we compose, and
Mhm.
how creative we are in a positive way. And so I decided to go ahead with Matt and Magnus. So in the end, so we had to look for other people. Andre on drums, he was replacing Michael anyway already last year when Michael was ill. And then, of course, guitarists, or one guitarist. Magnus was there always. He composed for the last 15 years with
Right.
us. And live playing, he wanted to come back live anyway, but the other guys didn't really want to have a three-piece guitar set. So now, when all this happened, it was easy that Magnus is playing live again with us, and we were looking for a guitarist. There were so many proposals coming, so many emails and messages and so forth from really great guitarists, well-known guitarists,
Yeah.
and but we somehow took our time and thought in the end to make something new, to do something fresh in the end. So we are I met Talia in Italy 1 year ago when we did a show with Lupolo the Rock. We were chatting just, and I did not even know about the lineup change back then. It was coming later, but she was a nice person, and I had her in mind somehow. And then I talked to Matt. I know Talia, and we checked out her stuff, how she's playing, and she's really talented, and also looking great. You have to admit, right? So, and then Matt said maybe it's not an bad idea to check her. That's what we did. So we checked her out. We had some rehearsals, and everything was great and positive. So yeah, that's where we are now. Happy to somehow bring the lineup live, and happy to have such a great album
It's
in our
fantastic.
hands.
It is, but I mean, I've heard the album and it's really good. I'm excited for people to hear it. They're gonna love it. I mean, old fans, new fans, I think everyone's gonna love it. It honors the band, but it feels like I don't know. I don't know. It's good, and I think the energy's received well. The chemistry. How about the dual guitar chemistry? Did that fit right away, or did that take a little bit to get used to each other?
Yeah, second, but the twin solos when they play the fast tapping stuff in
Yeah.
harmony, I think I don't want to bash old people. Everybody in our past were really great, talented people. But you can hear the difference
Mhm.
sometimes when they play the twin solos. It's pretty precise what they do, and they rehearse their butts off to achieve that. And like I said, we always were somehow tight, and the
Yeah.
most important thing for us is to continue that, and that's what we achieve now.
But I'm saying this, but the new guitar line, I mean, the synchronicity there, they melded right away. It was a
Yes,
good
yes.
teamwork.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, of course, got to know each other, and
Well,
of
I'm saying
course,
sometimes it takes a little bit to get. I'm saying, you know, what I'm saying when it first came in, I was like instantly because
exactly.
there's some people, some guitarists connect with other guitarists, and it's like they're the same person.
It's true, yes, and it's also an age difference. I mean, she's
Yeah.
25, she's also still learning a lot from us, and that's what she wants, and that's the positive thing. If you got somebody so hungry, I mean, we are still
Hmm.
hungry. Luckily, we're also still hungry, but if you got somebody coming up almost fresh in the music scene, not really, not a
Yeah.
rookie, but she's been around for a while with different bands, but she's really so much open to learn a lot and so positive about things. and this is only helping us. It's a great atmosphere at the moment. We got fresh wind, everybody's positive, and nothing to bitch about, and that's exactly how we love to work.
Fresh song ideas. It's like a 15th album, right? Coming
It's the
in.
yes, it's the
Holy
15th.
wait, 15 albums. That's insane. Coming in, was it like, oh, what am I gonna do to make it different? What am I gonna do to challenge myself? 15, because you get to a point where you're same old, kind of,
We didn't even want to make it different in the end because we whenever we write songs, it's pretty much natural. We don't have to
okay.
pretend, or we don't have to say we need to change this or that this time. It pretty much just comes how it comes. And we had 25 songs written. So I'm sorry. It was not easy to choose from those 25 because they're really good quality songs. But in the end, it's also important to have a good following on the album, and
Oh
that's
God, yeah. It makes it make a break a difference to my eyes.
exactly. So this is really deciding if the album is good, or I mean, it can fall or it can happen not happen. But that's a good talent of Matt. He's always choosing a great following of the tracks on the album, and also when it comes to singles. And we wanted to release Far Away as first single because it's our style. It's Primal Fearish heavy metal. We are having these shredding guitars, the fast rhythm drums, and of course the melodic vocals. That's what we always have written since the first album when we started with Nine Live, or to continue on Nuclear Fire. We have the song Nuclear Fire. So that's pretty much our style, and that's our first statement. We are still here. Hello.
You sound as fresh as ever. I mean, actually, you even have your own band name in one of the songs this time.
True. Yeah. So I am the Primal Fear. Yeah, that was Matt. And yeah, it's pretty much a martyr lyrics. You
Probably one of
can
my
say.
top three tracks on the album right now too. I think it's one of my top ones right now. That one.
Yeah, that's you're not the only one, and we're really happy that this song is so well accepted by the press so far. The people will hear it. So we did not want to release this as a single,
No,
although of course you put out strong songs as a single, but we want to keep something on the album as well. People who buy the album on September 5th, it's not meant to buy only fillers because every song is already out there, you know. So
right. No, I think it's special to have that little weight and stuff. I think whenever everything is put out there, by the time the album comes out there, it's just like you already have it.
yeah,
Not as much fun. The excitement just hearing one or two tracks and getting excited, and then is this song reflective of the album, or is this the one song they're trying to hook you with? Like you don't know what you're gonna get, as a fan. And I think the track order, which you said was I think is very important. Sometimes what I do is I'll put a bunch of, I'll make a playlist like in iTunes, and I'll put a bunch of band songs and like other albums in, and I hit shuffle. And sometimes I'll go back with shuffle. I'll be like, oh, that was a really good song. I don't think I appreciate it as much because the order it was in on the album, and that reflects
yeah,
back to depending what songs there, it could annihilate it or just fall flat because it just feels like I don't know, like a joke at a funeral. It just didn't work, but it could be a funny
yeah,
joke, but not at the time. Like, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So that's very important, and I think this album does have good flow. I mean, right
Yeah,
out of the gates.
thank you. I mean, you have this strategy when you're somehow choosing the following on the album, the order on the album. That's a strategy as well. It's not
Oh
done
yeah,
by a shuffle setting.
no, no, but when you do it that way, when you have a bunch of albums like some groups, you hit the shuffle. Well, all the albums
Yeah,
of the history, you'd be
yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I like that song much more than I thought because historically it had some other
Gotcha.
song in front of it that made no sense to you.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about you guys in general. I'm just saying that like I've rediscovered songs,
Oh
and
no,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
point of how
I
important
heard.
a strong thing because it makes it shows all the songs together strong. Even when you guys kind of slow down ish, not really, you still rock. You know,
Yeah, slow down ish. Listen to March by March. No, but the thing is, yes, I mean, we always love the guitar sound. Magnus is delivering such a great guitar sound,
and it's a
and
great tone.
yes, and well, slow down, not so much. I mean, we have Far Away as a fast track, March by March, like I said.
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying. Slow down ish. I was kind of being funny.
yeah, yeah. But I know if you compare it to other stuff, but we have our style, and the Primal Fear is pretty much also the groovy, stuff, the hacking stuff. So that's also our trademark. So it's also on the album.
it feels very inspirational when you do something. I feel like when I listen to it, I feel like I should be doing more than what I'm doing. I feel like I should be like, I don't know, conquering something. It feels very much like I should be flying majestically over something than just doing something mundane. It's just so powerful. But you got a lot of touring coming up.
Yes,
Exciting with the new lineup.
yes,
Get on the
absolutely. So
road.
we did
New
this.
album, new lineup, everything.
Yeah, yeah. We had the festivals already, some of them. We don't do so
Hmm.
much festivals this year because we don't want to distract from the tour. We start the kick off the tour is September 5th in Europe. And yes, we have old songs which we never played on the set list, and we play new songs as well from the new album, Four. And we're rehearsing these days, putting together a set list. Sometimes you have to work on the songs if they work or not. You don't know
Yep.
because some songs work live, some don't. But pretty much all of them work so far. And yeah, kicking off September 5th, doing Europe, and then we are having a break again, and then we will do the next part of Europe next year, 2026. It's more covering the northern European countries
Yep.
then. Sorry. And then we will do South America. We will do some festivals again. Japan is also on the map, so it's going to be exciting next year.
Very cool. Someday US would be nice.
I know, but it's so hard to get there.
Economics. There's a lot of reasons why
It's
going over right now.
unbelievable.
I get it.
You lose a lot of money before you go there. You have to
Yeah.
see the embassy. You got to have a lawyer. You got to have social security numbers. You don't even know that if you have all these stuff together, you're standing in the border in America and you don't even know if you get in. So that's
Well,
pretty much
especially
how
now. Especially
yeah,
now. The
exactly.
borders are not easy for anybody right now, even the people in America.
Exactly. Yeah,
I'm
and
just
it's
saying,
a high.
musically, as a fan, it'd be great to have you come to our shore
I
someday,
understand.
economically. But of course, you'd
I
have to do well economically. I don't want you to suffer.
I totally hear you, and I love America. I've been there several times. It's always great there, but it's always the politics, and
Yeah.
it's always the
Visas are
same.
expensive, and they double tax you on your merch coming in and out. It's a nightmare for you
Oh
guys.
yeah. Oh yes.
You know,
That.
I don't know. Some bands, I don't know how some bands do it. I don't have to do package deals. They seem to come in and out and tour USA. Like they go, no problem. I'm like, I don't know how you do it. And some bands have all this rent. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Um, when you're doing old stuff and new stuff, when you're doing your set list now, is it are you doing like a couple different set lists? Like, do you have like for festivals you can't do a full? I don't know how long. It depends on the festival probably. So you're probably doing more of a fan favorite thing because you're in, you're out. Maybe you could sneak a new song in or something. But right there, festivals are about delivering the goods and
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. It's the best off, which you never know whose best off that is. You don't hit the nerve all the time, but basically we do having the best of each album somehow. But
yeah,
this would be somehow 15 again, so it would be too long. But it's not easy, but you got to skip some albums out sometimes here and there, and maybe get some other songs another time again. It's always alternating and it's always changing. So that's how we work and proceed. And we also have to put out a good following live. You
yeah,
have a good order of playing those songs live as well. And if you only have 50 minutes or 60 minutes, which is now the case on festivals, you have to be really think about it.
yeah. Maximize. And I think well, the one good thing about streaming, besides because yeah, getting paid is horrible, you can see your numbers and see what the fans choose out of an album. It's one of the truest ways of seeing what the fans want without anybody because they're listening to it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes.
So you'll see, like, you're like, oh, I was not expecting that song to be as big. It's getting 30% more views than what our single was, or what you know what I'm saying? For an artist, I've heard
Exactly.
that, and they're like, I did not think that's how our next single came out because what the fans wanted,
Yeah, that's true. I totally
or to
hear
play
you.
live.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So we somehow look at these numbers and somehow they influence us as well in picking songs for live. So yeah, we we still listen to our fans and I hope they'll keep listening to us.
How many songs do you think you're gonna have in a set when you do your own show?
What was that?
How many songs do you think you guys will have in a set coming out now on your own show?
Oh, it's gonna be somehow like 13 to 15. We will see because there's also long songs on it, and
Well, yeah,
so we will see how many will make it in the end.
vocally, your voice is not fluctuating. A lot of your peers,
Thank you.
you read the news, you see what happens. A lot of controversy. You're nailing it live and in record, and you're pitched and you're right there. You're welcome. Are you doing
It's
anything with
not
your voice? Or are you just totally just gifted and you're like, nope?
I'm happy. First of all, I'm happy that I can still do it with 60, and I'm a vocal teacher as well, and I hope I know what I'm doing. So I'm having my exercises and my stretches
Hmm.
prior and post to the show, and I'm doing best and knock on wood that it's still there. But I feel changes. I mean, I'm 60. You can't sing like 25 anymore, and I've doing this 45 years. Loud music was screaming my butt off and so forth. But it's you gotta have this warm-up process. That's how I work because it's only smart to do that. And sometimes you also have to say, well, it's not my day. I record the other day, but that's not the case on tours. You got to go through it.
Right. Do you think it's an anomaly? The people that don't, either they're lying or the ones that don't warm up ever, or they're just lucky they haven't.
They're lucky. Yes, I mean, I remember. I think Ronnie never warmed up. He's a chest voice singer,
Yeah.
and the same with Rob. I heard he's never warming up, but everybody is proceeding how he feels best. So I'm the guy who warms up, and because I want to hear it, and I want to somehow evaluate and check my voice before I go on stage, and I want to have the feeling to be warmed up and to go. But I totally get the point that people also want to keep their voice not pressing too much or warming up too much that you lose energy for the show. But this sometimes happens to me. The plateau, how long it can sing in a good range, is
Right.
also shorter. But since I get older, but I still need to warm up. I want to nail those first songs.
It's funny because I mean, you're a vocal teacher too, because I think it's great because it's like when you go to a gym and you work out, you want somebody that looks fantastic. So like you being a singer, you're like, I do this for a living. As opposed to somebody who doesn't, you know what I mean? Who's not as
Yeah,
much of a professional, who just teaches you. They're like, you're not doing it right. You're like literally my teacher. You're not. There's something out there. You're like, I got 15 albums of vocal acrobatics. This is how it
yeah,
works.
yeah. I mean, there was other bands before. This was just 15 albums with Primal Fear, so there was.
I know. I'm saying like it's like the proof is in the pudding type of deal. Is
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know
saying.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
And that's it's got to be good. So actually, do you still take on lessons for people still? Are you open? Are you doing that when you're not touring?
Yes, here and there. I have to strip it down a little bit because I'm touring also, and I'm also working in music school. I'm also mixing an album here now for a different band, and as I work myself into the material the last years before all this AI is coming up right now, which is a really topic I don't like. And
Yeah,
but I think we could talk hours about AI, which is ruining so much,
it
especially
is.
especially talent and so forth. So yeah, but anyway, I'm quite busy. So yes, I'm taking students once in a while, whenever it's the right time for me. And yeah,
I do want to say, I think AI is probably going to hurt photography and art right now more than anything. I still think music. I think it's going to fall through. I don't think it's going to work as well. People love live music. That's what we love. AI can't perform. So I mean, it sucks on a lot of levels, and you know, but I do have a lot more hope for AI. Is not going to sing like you on stage.
it sucks mostly that people who are not everybody can have talent. I totally understand, but why should I call myself a musician when I say, "Oh, write me lyrics about that," and then you say to the next tool, "I want to sound it like a heavy metal song. Can you
Right.
bring out this and that?" And in 5 minutes, they got a song together. I can still hear that it's AI because it's so much polished that it sounds like pretty much always like streaming music, which has a certain streaming data
Right.
volume, you know what I mean? So it sounded like 8 kilobit music back in the days with not lot of high fidelity. And I can still tell, but some people can't. But what bothers me most is that people can say, well, I'm a composer now without knowing an instrument or without being able to sing. And that's not fair, you know. I mean,
No, you can't call yourself a musician that way. That's like tracing and calling yourself an artist, like getting a cutout or tracing your fingers and saying,
yeah,
"Look, it's a turkey. I'm an artist." No, you're a
yeah,
turkey because you're not an artist. You know,
yeah, no, yeah. You see?
there's a difference. I think if you can't play something, sing something, or can produce it in your head and put it down, it doesn't count. But I do think that with that audience that does that and that falls for it aren't really the rock audience, the metal audience, the progressive audience. That is really the top 40 of the moment audience.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter what they get anyhow, because a lot of times they're just listening to the same thing anyhow. That's gonna be a weird audience for people. But I think for bands like you and other genres that are still perform,
I'm happy that we're
people
still
want
doing it.
real. We
Yeah,
want real. We don't want
that's
computers.
that's true. But just imagine how new musicians, brand new rookies, how they feel. You know, they don't. For me, then it's the chances getting even smaller and smaller. You can have so much talent, but
Mhm.
it's somehow being destroyed by other people who are doing the fake way. You know, it's fake stuff, and then they say being proud of producing a song in 5 minutes. I don't get
I
it.
haven't heard that. I would probably give somebody a hard time. I think, to me, I can relate to this. 1990, like I'm 54. I got left college. I got a degree in recording, right? I went back for digital, but I was doing splicing and everything, real. What does Apple come out with? I love Apple. What does it come out with? Everyone has their own digital things now. Everyone's a producer in their house. That changed for me. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, what? My whole career just went out the window, you know, because of
Yes.
technology. I mean,
I mean, we have to think about when did it all start. I mean, we've been recording on tapes back in the 80s, and where does AI start? I mean, you had those outboard effects where you put some reverb delays
mhm.
and make it wider with eventide and pitch shifter and choruses and flanges and so forth. So that was already helpless as well. But there's
Right, but
how
we didn't control. We controlled it though. We didn't ask it to make our decisions. I think once you have your
exactly.
decisions, a collective
I'm
of
totally
polling.
I'm totally with you. So yeah, that's exactly handcrafted, you know. And now you just give away everything to technology. No, that's not us. It's not me. It's not the metal genre. You know, I
No.
hope this will somehow be not accepted by anybody out there. And it's like you say, with people that want to hear and see the bands live, and that's good.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine a festival all AI? Be nothing. There's nothing there. You
Yeah.
can't do that. It's like, remember when that band? I don't know. I don't know what the band is. I wouldn't put them out there anyhow. They couldn't do a show. They had their laptop got lost or broken. Remember like
Uh,
a couple of years ago, and they got
yeah.
annihilated on social media. They're like, I don't want. I don't care about your laptop. I'm not at work. Pick up your guitar and sing. I don't care if you're out of tune. Just
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That is
I
the
would never
audience.
say I would never say that we have some keyboard for fighting the darkness. We don't have
No,
a
no. That's
keyboard.
different. Ozzy Osbourne was doing that in the background for like, you know, the
You get
early albums. All bands are doing that. That's not the same.
you totally understand what I mean. So that's
Oh yeah.
again, where does it start and where does it end? But as long as you still play live, that's most important.
You know what it is? Those like background things, like little filler pieces are like the pieces on a cake. You know what I'm saying? But the
Yeah,
band is the cake, and you
yeah,
can't just have all filler.
it's true.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
You have to have some live musicians doing something
exactly.
and controlling it and steering the ship. You know.
That's yeah,
But I
absolutely.
mean, a band like Def Leppard has all these great little effects coming in that adds to it.
Yeah,
You know,
true,
that's who they are. But they also have really great live vocals you can't touch. They're still
true.
a live vocal band. So I mean,
It's true.
that's what it's about when it comes down to it. You
Exactly,
know,
exactly. I totally agree.
are you? How much rehearsal do you have to do now for the tour? Are you guys just done rehearsing or what?
Yeah, we started to put up a set list, and the rehearsal started late, but we are rehearsing in our minds already. So everybody's preparing. The guitarists are preparing, of course, at home and together on
Hmm.
a meeting, online meeting. That's also good nowadays. I'm preparing with my mind
Mentally.
already to learn the lyrics because that's another story. What you somehow lose when you're getting older, you forget the memory. You get your
How
memory.
hard is that for you at this point to remember all your lyrics? I would have a hard time.
I don't want to have this teleprompter going on. I'm still trying to be fit in my mind, and I'm learning it. So I'm trying to get
Nothing
them back.
wrong with a teleprompter.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with a teleprompter. You know.
I know, but the good thing is the old lyrics you sung, they're somehow still there in the memory. And once you repeat them, they're
Your young brain. That's your young brain.
yes, it's easily coming back. But the new songs, it's going to be tough to learn, but you have to. I mean, that's why I'm a professional musician because I'm preparing myself.
Yeah. And if you forget, just be like, scream for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Do some live
exactly.
thing for them. I can't hear you.
Yeah, or the
There's
people in
gotta be some.
Japan know the lyrics better than you.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's an intense crowd. They are very
Yeah.
loyal. But Europe is like that too. I wish that America had the same loyalty to the rock music and metal and the amount of festivals that you guys have. We don't have
Yeah,
anything like that.
no, so far not. And you also saw it in the press up and down that the guy from Prog Power has some problems to bring the bands and so forth, and that's the major problem again.
Yeah,
You have this shit going on with all this embassy shit and visas and so forth, which was
it's a
always there.
nightmare.
It did not somehow change with political change right now. It was
No,
always there, but I think it's got a little more harder again too.
and
But
less attractive to come over right now. There's a lot going on. I think some bands will do it, and I think it's hard. But also, I mean, like we really haven't had any good rock festivals. I mean, besides actually Ozzy again, but, Ozfest, there really weren't many hard rock festivals here.
yeah,
That was the
that's
closest thing we had.
yeah, yeah.
That
I
was
know.
mostly American bands. You know
Would have loved to be there one day, but I hope it's still. I don't know if it's still happening now. Who knows?
what?
Ozfest.
No, that ended years ago. When he
Yeah.
when he stopped doing it. You know,
Okay.
I was lucky enough to see it with him, and I saw him when he headlined it with Big Black Sabbath. So I
Yeah.
was lucky to get that in my lifetime.
Yeah. Great. I remember we were on stage with him in São Paulo one day at the Monsters of Rock, where Ozzy played as well with his solo band.
Mhm.
It's just great, so great, good memories.
It's good. I mean, when you hear that would happen, I was like, well, right back down. No Rest of the Wicked tour I saw him, or the Black Sabbath show I saw him do. I got to see him do. What I mean? I think well, that's the power of music right there, though. I mean, everyone's sad because it's also everyone's like, this is a soundtrack of my life. This
Yeah,
was this moment. This happened, and it brings a lot of people together. And
yeah,
that's what you guys do. I'm sure a lot of people are like, this happened during this song in Primal Fear. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it translates to all the fans like that. It's just a
exactly.
bigger example for people that
You're
might not know
right.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You have this certain link to a certain era in your life with music. There's always remember the era, what happened there, and the music to it. So it's linked somehow. That's true. Yeah,
but you guys do something that a lot of bands don't. And actually, Ozzy was still doing it at the very end. He just released a single. You're still doing new music
yeah,
and performing. Not a lot of artists do it as much right now.
yeah, yeah. That's
So
what we love to do, and we release and go on tour again, and work in the studio again, and release and go on tour again, back and forth. That's how we still proceed as long as it's still possible.
how long? So like, but I'm gonna wrap up. 'Cause I know you got more to do today, but I want to say, how long do you think you can last with your voice at this point?
Well, I I would give myself no restriction as long
Okay.
as as long as I fall into the coffin or whatever. So
No,
I
no,
want
no, no, no. Just because you're a teacher and you can be like, well, I think my voice will go. I just wanted to see if you had an answer in your mind. No wrong answers. You know what I mean?
yeah, as long as I can.
Well, because you can be like, well, I know my voice is here, and if I do whatever, and I figured it out. I didn't know like how your brain worked. It'd be kind of funny to see how you
Yeah,
go with that. I love when
yeah,
bands just keep going. I love the Stones are going.
yeah.
Bands I don't even listen to, I love that they're going. I want everybody to just keep going, except for Frankie Valli. The clips on him online. He needs to lay down and take a break. Poor guy, like 90.
Yeah. I don't know, that's quite an age.
He looks like I think it's just lip synced at this point. It looks like Weekend at Bernie's, where they're just bringing and they're just dragging the poor guy along. Um,
Mm.
but anyway, people, September 5th, Domination, killer album. I've heard it, been listening to it. I really love it. I really endorse it. I want people
Thank
to
you
check it
very
out.
much.
I'll put the links to the band, everything underneath the YouTubes and the podcast. Ralph, thanks for coming back on again.
Thank you for having
Hopefully
me.
we'll chat again in the future. And good luck on your tour. Stay safe.
Thanks, Sean. You take care and stay healthy. The most important thing.
Awesome.
We see each other hopefully when we come back.
Okay, right. Okay, you take care. Thank you. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye, Sean.
Bye bye.